Hello, everybody. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. I just wanted to get on here and talk about some basic talking points and to bring a little bit more understanding to the rest of the world in any way, shape, or form possible. Um, I've got a job interview tomorrow at 11 a.m. at an assisted living facility for CNA at for night shift. So I'm just hoping for the best. If you all could keep me in your thoughts and in your hearts, hope for the best, speak it into existence. Jay's gonna get a job. No, but I just wanted to talk about the idea of certain things in religion or anything being used for bad instead of good. Now, when I say this, I just essentially want you to understand that, like, I'll give you an example. The scripture, love your enemies. Okay, like, I understand the idea behind that, but what people do is they'll take the dead letter and take it literally. And so I'll give you an example. Let's say somebody's colonizing, raping, pillaging, enslaving, murdering people, right? And then somebody would go up to you and say, love your enemy. So as they're whipping you on your back or beating you or doing whatever they're going to do to you in whatever shape or form or fashion, will you love your enemy? That's not logical. So, I mean, it's good to love, is what I would say. But sometimes you have to do the right thing. And sometimes the right thing is justice. I don't want to say war, but sometimes the right thing is realizing you have an enemy before you. And so, a lot of times I heard somebody saying recently, no, those are white Jesus words. That's white Jesus. And I thought about it and I started thinking my mind from that type of perspective. And I thought of many videos where I was like, nah, y'all got the wrong one. Or you got me fucked up. Or I ain't going along with y'all little bullshit sacrifices and this and that. It's because you hear me talking like that. You hear me talking like that, but essentially it's because that's logic and common sense. I can show love to many people. I love helping children and the sick children and the orphans and widows and stuff like that. I love that idea and helping the homeless and the sick. I can love those type of people who deserve it. But even those ideas, an orphan who's about to cause a bunch of harm or a widow who's about to push a button and destroy a bunch of stuff, will I still show them love at the moment? You see what I mean? And so I want to teach people the idea of learning themselves, the idea of I am who I am. So if I say I am who I am, that doesn't give me some free range to go, oh, that's who I am and I'm going to go do it. The idea or the phrase of I am who I am and it's like a descriptive noun, I am, because it's saying I exist. But the idea behind that is learning yourself and learning the world, learning how to coexist, learning how to understand the world in a logical way to where everybody else is helped as well. I think about like billionaires and I think about the current state of humanity or the world, and it doesn't make sense to me. They all like enjoy all this shit, like these billions of dollars, then they die, right? Then they pass along to kids or something and they do the same shit. It's like the type of technology we have, we should be able to have animals already, like food should be free. A lot of stuff shouldn't cost the way it does. Like the idea of charging for water, like I don't, of course, it takes money to do certain things, but I feel like humanity is going in the wrong direction. That shouldn't, as technologically advanced and as advanced we are as a species, I feel like small things that we still act stupid over. Like these are things they were doing in like 10,000 BC. Here, food, money, thank you. Now we're in like the future, just still charging for stupid stuff. I don't understand humanity's concepts. And so even still, like back to the idea of using things for righteousness. Like people say, no, it's not an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth anymore. Well, I say it is because this is what the world will do. They'll sit here and be like, they'll look at all these insurgencies in the Middle East, in China and Russia, and all this different stuff that's going on. They'll call it all dictatorship. They'll call it all these things. But then when you truly look and pay attention at American history, it's nothing but slavery and dictatorship. They keep saying the Civil War is about slavery, but everybody's got their own opinions and knowledge is subjective. It's subjective to the person believing it, I guess. And so I just wanted to teach you all that you got to start learning you got to start learning metaphors, learning that sometimes when things are written, they're not written in a sense, like if I say thou shalt not murder, okay. But if I say the earth is wicked and da-da-da-da and all this, that doesn't mean the whole world is inherently evil. That means at the current moment, people are believing in or being raised to be a part of an institution that is counterproductive to humanity. The idea of white supremacy is stupid because once certain white people get in power, then the lesser white people But if all of humanity was equal, then we could fight these things righteously. Something I'm kind of seeing, but this was confusing me. Yeah, African American women, 92%. African American men, 80% voted for Trump. But I'm seeing something that I've said before is happening. Everywhere, everybody's saying black women saved America. Follow black women this, black women that, black, black, black. And all the black women in the comments, we're tired, get away from us, we don't, da, da, da. And it's like, do y'all not see what y'all are doing? They be like, oh, stick with your women, black women, black women. But then, and it's all about black. But then in that same breath, look, black women are saviors, black women are heroes. And what are they doing? Black man, dumb, ADOS, FBA, black, dumb. You look at Lucas, right, the streamer. He was talking all this shit about, his name is the Amazing Lucas. Talking all this shit about ADOS and FBA and dumb blacks. Then in the election, the African Americans are the ones that voted for the most for democracy. Then what happens next? Oh, black women. It's like, for a black man, I'm telling y'all, it's super fucking hard. And I'm not taking away from any of you other people's oppression, white, Asian, whatever. But what I'm saying is they make it really hard for us to survive. Even look at the families. Family splits up, they get the benefits. They get the kids. It's constantly against us. And the same people the black women I see helping praise us up, y'all are the queens. Y'all don't even know. But all the other black women talking about us, rep stupid black men. It's like, dude, it's not going to get us nowhere. And I've said over and over, you have to have the discernment. I see this one Asian lady that's constantly looking out for us. She's even now saying, ignore us. If you all don't want to add me anymore, fine, unsubscribe. We're terrible. And our community, no, fuck that. She is a fucking angel. She has nonstop been advocating and telling the truth. Then you get these other dumb motherfuckers on the video. Black women, no, we're tired of y'all. We're not going to advocate for y'all no more. We. I didn't know Emmett Till was a black woman. I didn't know Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X were black women. I didn't know James Baldwin was a black woman. I didn't know JFK Jr. and Jane Elliott were black women. I didn't know Greta Thunberg was a black woman. It's the fuck I'm talking about. I have no problem building up and working with African American women. But even everybody else is saying blacks are the heroes. Even Lucas is like, yeah, the black saved it after all that shit he talked. An undercover Trump agent who pretended to be Democrat. A lot of people are like that. But what I'm seeing now, dude, it's like, y'all, it's like they won't stop with the supremacy, dude. It's like, because y'all think only white. No. A lot of different white women, they do it. They sit here and go, oh, women's rights, but they secretly advocate for men and want men to have power. And not even a secret. I keep seeing people say the Latinos and the Cubans and the whites. The biggest demographic for Trump was whites. Yeah, a lot of women have to get lumped in this, but a lot of women, what they're doing is following after the man, making them the head of the household. And when anything goes wrong, they just blame the man. And I'm gonna tell you another thing: women have such a problem with Kamala in this country. I guarantee you they won't go nowhere else. They sit here and take the family. They sit here and take the benefits, the child support, all that crap. When something goes wrong, get remarried and all this stuff. But biblical, Bible. It's all so silly. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? This is the time where us true people that want democracy have to come together and realize what's about to happen and stop fighting each other. Because I'm telling y'all, a couple of people, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, Tim Pool, the Hodge twins, Candace Owens, and a bunch of Elon Musk, definitely. I don't understand how they're not in federal prison. I really don't. One for election collusion, for a lot of different reasons. The Hodge twins agent, Tim Pool's agents, and the people that's paying him, Nick Fuentes, period, for his speech about women. I just don't understand how they're walking free. But they have the nerve to call Black Lives Matter terrorism. All these years, Africans have been advocating for the Middle East and Palestine. They're saying blacks don't care about them. It's all the anti-black, I'm telling you. And the LGBTQ are getting it too. This don't make no sense, man. So y'all need to come together and realize we're all a family, humanity. And the sooner we realize that, the better. You guys are taking a lot of these scriptures literally. And then if you're going to take it literally, you're not even reading the whole book or understanding what the book's even talking about. See, you have the dragon, which was the pharaohs that was instituted by the Asiatic shepherd kings, Hyksos, Asiatic people. And then Africa had a steady continent of civilization. Once these people came and instituted the pharaoh, Moses, I'll make you a god to them. Remember Moses? Then after him, a bunch of people started making laws. Well, then you would have an institution where Semitic people created 613 laws plus the Ark of the Covenant. Now, if you pay attention to that, the sacrificial beast, the sacrificial law, the calf, was destroyed or was placed next to the covenant, the Ten Commandments. Even in the books they are, right? So then you have the beast, which is all these laws, 616 of them, right? But then they switched it to 666 from Greek to English. Then you would have this beast that's perpetuating the Ten Commandments, the 10 horns, and then the 7 heads, the other 7 commandments. You break them, they kill you, right? They strike you, they stone you. Look what happened with Yanez was even talking about, or whatever the word was talking about in the New Testament. They wanted to stone him, and he was teaching the 10 Commandments. All that Jesus stuff is pagan god names. He was a teacher. It's talking about his spirits. Yanez, John the Baptist, the greatest prophet of all, a wild man from the wilderness and camel's hair. Fuck out of here. So then, if you pay attention even further, you would have the 2 horns that was perpetuated by this beastly law. You have the Catholics and the Protestants that talk like the dragon and the beast, kill for their law. They say the magic man God, Jesus Christ, which is against the covenant and the sacrificial law. It doesn't even make sense. So I'm just trying to get you guys to understand that people aren't understanding what's truly happening, and they need to start understanding and waking up. I'm seeing a lot of Trump supporters wake up and go, oh, tariffs and this and that, and good outsourcing. I tell y'all was getting fooled by the propaganda. All of it. That's what I'm saying. None of this stuff is even true. It's all rhetoric and propaganda and this and that and blah, 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 blah. Billionaire don't like this. First of all, billionaires don't like Trump. I can tell you why, but people probably won't listen. The tariffs and everything else. Farmers and agricultural people and different people in different people in different communities don't like him. China and Russia both don't like him. First of all, Russia emptied out a vault talking about the Jews were black. Jesus was black. All of a sudden, black, 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 black. All these pictures. America's a neoliberal country. They're a constitutional republic, and I think they're about to be a republic now because they don't respect the Constitution. So Putin just aired all these pictures of Trump's wife on national TV naked. The Chinese people are saying that Africa is the birthplace. They're instituting in their education, but Project 2025 and America don't like education. Trump has all these Bibles being printed in China and telling everybody to outsource to China. Elon Musk is an illegal immigrant if you do the research. And once he got legal status, now he hates immigrants. Trump is the grandson of a German immigrant. APOC has all these fucking politicians in their pocket and just bragged about rigging the election. I don't understand what people are watching or following. They're following the mainstream. Now, CNN and all these news sites are bringing all this evidence and information out after the election. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what y'all people want. And then 2 of the judges, Democratic judges, are at risk of leaving. So now to be like 7 out of 9 judges, it's like y'all don't listen. So I don't know, man. Hopefully y'all will start listening and y'all will start to pay attention and stop dividing each other. Black men and black women, 50, 100 years ago, your men and women shit didn't matter. Remember, we were all together. Remember in the 50s and the 40s, the beautiful music we were making and the beautiful things we were doing in terms of education, but they kept trying to burn our towns down and schools down. That's why I say y'all need to stop putting stuff on us and stop trying to gentrify us further. We have been fighting the civil rights for a long time, and my ancestors. So I just want to put that out there. All the fools, and I said this before, if they sent texts out there talking about Nazis coming for Jews and putting them in camps of slavery, the way they just did with African Americans, and the way Nick Fuentes was talking about women, it'd be a whole uproar, right? And y'all was talking about Zelensky terrified. He talking about he don't know if Trump gonna help him. Y'all don't know whose sides on who. Y'all don't know none of Trump policies or who he's actually with. Y'all just say Trump and Putin. Then y'all say Trump hates Putin. Then y'all say Trump hates China, but it's doing all stuff for China. But China itself just withdrew a whole bunch of agricultural deals, just like they did in 2021. Y'all, all right. So I hope y'all can understand. Looks like things are looking up for me. I don't want to say it's guaranteed, but I'm really hopeful for this job because I've got a lot of people higher up that work at this place who actually could get me in, just like a couple of other places that they did that for me for. And it's really helpful when your OG is a RN. That's actually why I got into healthcare. I was going to be an LPN, still can be an LPN. They dropped a lot of restrictions for Caspin and Illinois, and now it's a lot easier. And a lot of you people complaining, I see California fighting, but Illinois definitely. Our minimum wage here is $15 an hour now. Not only that, we have a lot of laws in place to protect people. And the police, that whole recording the police and we fight in the streets. Illinois don't play that shit. Illinois is strict, but not the kind of strict like down south. They just are well structured here, and it's a bureaucracy. So I've been telling people a long time, Illinois got its problems, but I guarantee you a lot of y'all will wish. I've seen a lot. I was at Master Brand working with a couple of people from the South. One of them, we called him Mississippi. He was a correctional officer making minimum wage. I bet you won't believe that, but it's true. He was making $750 working at a prison. Came up here and started making 17 an hour at a factory. I was making 17 too. So I just want y'all to know there's safe havens in different places. You just got to find them. Shout out to New Mexico. New Mexico's the real one. And a couple of them, I think it's like Maine and a couple other places up there, all blue. And Illinois voted Kamala, but we didn't even have no Democrat names on the ballot. I'm telling you, from where I was voting, there was no Democrat names on the ballot besides president and vice president, and there was a bunch of judges and stuff. So be careful, get to where you need to, and stay safe. Because I'm telling y'all, a lot of people don't understand metaphors and parables and similes. They don't even understand English, so I just don't. And a lot of you people complain about immigrants. They're the ones paying taxes. I'm telling you they are, and they don't get benefits. The immigrants that are getting taxes and undocumented workers have been here for way longer since Trump and everything else. You have to be here for 5 years to Illinois to get benefits. And in the United, so like I said, you guys keep letting Trump and Elon, who are immigrants and children of immigrants, tell y'all to not like immigrants, while immigrants are taking care of all these Caucasians on public aid, if y'all knew the real numbers. And all the stuff about crime, only 2% of Caucasians commit crime and 3% of African Americans committed crime in 2019. You'll be surprised at the numbers with all these vandalisms, attacks, and everything else from Trump supporters after that. So don't let the media lie to y'all no more. I have videos talking about this. You can check it out also on my Science and Data tab. There's 44 million African Americans and 1.8 million crimes were committed, arrests. That's only 3%. I'm telling you, they're lying to y'all. And 70% of the crime was committed by Caucasians. So there are people out here who are telling the truth and are really trying to freedom fight like we have been doing this whole time. I'm noticing a lot of people, they'll come to America and be like, it's nothing like we thought. There's racism everywhere. Why are they doing this? America's not the same. America's not the same. Why is it like this? The blacks who y'all music videos do, which y'all all listen to, they go to the clubs, they watch the sports, they watch the movies and entertainment. Then they'd be like, oh, blacks bad, their communities. Then they come in and be like, why is it like this? Gatekeepers, why can't I do anything? Don't you see? The blacks aren't bad. We've been trying. African American woman, I'm warning you. Don't go, oh, we're the saviors, we're the saviors. I'm telling you, you don't want to open that can of worms. It's better to come together than divide. And a lot of y'all don't realize some of these LGBTQ laws was passed under Trump, just like the Taliban removal deal. He did it in the dark. Then afterwards, like the infrastructure Biden was fixing, you wouldn't believe the Republicans, just like they did with Obamacare, they're getting on the air saying, we fixed it. It's because of us. It's because of us. When Obama and Biden was the ones fixing shit. Trump is a sneaky motherfucker. And he is the divider and he can but kill, steal, and destroy. Because them immigrants that got sent back to the Taliban in these countries, he don't care if they get executed or not. All the businesses that failed and the bankruptcies and everything else, this is the wolf in sheep's clothing. And then he's German at that, being lobbied by AIPAC. It's the same thing as Hitler and Erich Johann von Neusen. Same fucking thing. And I'm warning these Jewish people, these Israelis, they did the same thing to India with Britain. They did the same thing in the Middle East. When they done with you, they're going to pimp it out, make it look beautiful for the places those right-wing Christian nationalists need to go. And you Jews are going to be pushed off into the ghetto. I'm telling you what they do to countries. So I hope you get what you're looking for.